Thank you for being our fearless leader. We are Ready Women. Love always, the Ready Woman Society. And I am a ready woman.
All right now.
Hi, I'm Ashley Walker. I'm a boss. I'm a supervisor at the local hospital. I own my own business, and I'm a ready woman.
Hi, I am CeDeidre Harris. I am a claims professional, and yes, I am a ready woman.
Hi, I'm LaKesh Michelle Kee. I am an ordained minister, an entrepreneur, and I am a ready woman.
Hi, I am Luciana Adams, and I am a social worker, author, and a speaker, and I am a ready woman.
Hi, I am Nia Priester. I am a licensed behavioral specialist in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm also a certified professional life coach, and I am a certified anger management specialist, and I am a ready woman.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome to the launch of Diary of a Ready Woman Book 2. I am so honored, so glad that each of you have signed up, registered to show up for your co-authors, showed up for the actresses, whoever you showed up for. Izzy, I am just so excited. Showed up for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is always an honor to be able to tell stories and tell women's stories and be able to share how they have transformed their lives. I never get tired of it. It has been such a journey to create this. I mean, years in the making since our first one. But I'm so glad through God's blessing, we were able to pull it all together and present it to you today. Now, remember, the primary reason we want you here is not only to show up for the launch, but buy the book. And the book is available at Amazon, so don't forget it. I am Nekisha Michelle Kee, creator and executive producer of the Ready Woman Society. And I have been so blessed that this journey that started 8 years ago, yesterday, as you saw, our previous authors, and we are all very close today, and we lost there's 13 of us, and we lost Sharice, as you saw in the video. It has been a journey. It has been a journey and transitions happen, but today is such a beautiful day. And I want to bring on the young lady that none of this could have been possible that you're looking at unless it was not for this young lady. I want to bring on the director and co-producer herself, Miss Izzy Bakre.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I hear all our actresses in the other room screaming right now. Hi, Hi, everyone. My name is Izzy Bakre. I use the she, her series for pronouns, and I am today's co-producer and director, and also tech producer back here as well today.
You don't have to tell all the business.
I do. You saw that was me. Thank you. But I am just so happy. I'm so grateful to each and every person that is a part of this project. This project has been far longer than when I joined the project. These authors have been in this works for so long, and I'm just so happy we can finally just do them justice and create this launch for them today. I joined the project last summer to start our monologues, which you'll be seeing very shortly here today. But I joined the project last summer, and I'm just so grateful to all the actresses that have rode with me throughout this long journey, and all of the long hours in the summer we put into practicing and re-recording, and just, I'm just so grateful to each and every person here. Thank you, Nekisha Michelle Kee, my mommy, for just doing everything just so well and so elegantly. And I'm just so grateful. And so I want to give my flowers beforehand, but I'm really grateful to be a part of this project. History-wise, I was a part of the first Diary of a Ready Woman back when we held it live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was an actress at that point. Learned that I didn't like acting for myself. I like mainly the behind-the-scenes section, but I did good if you want to watch the videos online too. But I think just being part of that, seeing the creation of that, and seeing how we've leveled it up this time, even in a virtual space. That video y'all saw, that was so dope. I watched it. It was like, I watched that clip and I was like, that's so cool. But I'm just super grateful for just all the journey and all the steps. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of this project.
And mommy is so grateful for you. I'm getting older. My mind's still sharp. Like, I love creativity, the creative part. But I thank you for just jumping in there through the ups and downs and staying consistent all the way through. Thank you so much, because I know your schedule is crazy, but mommy thanks you. I thank you as your boss. I thank you as your mom, and I thank you as your partner. Thank you for allowing this legacy to continue. Thank you so much, Izzy.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead and cue your monologue video. Y'all, the video looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and cue that, and we can have the video playing for you in about 2 minutes. But I'm going to pass it back over to Nekisha, who's going to handle the tech and everything behind the scenes really quickly. But just go ahead and kind of just welcome us. Tell us about this journey within this book project and everything like that. Thank you.
So once again, yes, it has been a journey, and I'm trying to not mess up my makeup because I'm really going to try to look cute for y'all. But it has been a journey. And one of the things that has shifted since I did the first monologues, I would say it is a combination. If you're familiar with the Vagina Monologues, Eve Ensler's work, when I first saw that work, I didn't understand everything, but I got the gist of it. And then we also know about Tyler Perry and Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? So if they were to have a child, I would call it Diary of a Ready Woman. And it's Women's History Month. What better time to produce something of this magnitude and show it for women's empowerment? Now, I didn't know because I wasn't a therapist back in the day. So now that I am, I understand what it is. It's called narrative therapy. And there's so much healing that happens during narrative therapy. And what I want you to do is listen to these stories. But what I want you to do more than listen to the stories, I want you to go in your mind and ask yourself, what can I do to be a better sister? What can I do to be a better mother? What can I do to be a better friend? What can I do to be better to myself, to be a better lover of myself? And so I think we are ready. Again, thank you, everyone. After the monologues and all of that, we're going to enter into a conversation. We have luminaries here, women who I have stood on their shoulders, who have guarded me, constantly talked to me off of the ledge. In my past, when I was dealing with major depression and suicidal ideation, these women have talked me off the ledge, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So just Hang tight. And without further ado, we are going into Diary of a Ready Woman, Book 2, The Monologues. I think I talked. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go.
Dear Diary, I know my secrets, my pain, and my real thoughts are only supposed to be revealed to you. But I have a confession I've been keeping from you and hidden from most of the outside world. I know I make a lot of effort to look happy, to be productive and strong. But the inner part of me is dying to tell you the truth. Not just to you anymore, but to anyone who will listen. I am tired of keeping my secrets just with you. I do it because I know you don't judge me, but I still feel judged. I feel like I'm the least of all almost everywhere I go. I feel like I am wearing a mask because I didn't want them to know. But I am tired of hiding and pretending like everything is okay. It's not okay. And to tell you the truth, I don't think anyone is okay. When I look at other women, I wonder, what is she hiding? I think, why is she in that relationship? I get so lost trying to figure out, why is she so damn angry? In fact, I really wish we could just be honest with ourselves and tell the truth. But Diary, you know why we don't tell the truth. Because we're afraid of looking like fools. We're afraid to admit that we're a dysfunctional mess. But let me tell you something. Today is freedom for me. I'm not going to hide what's in my diary. The things I put into this book are serving no purpose. Hell, what's in this diary almost killed me. I don't want to hide it anymore. I've been trying to keep my private shit private for so long, but I just can't. I feel a bigger purpose. I feel like there are women who need to know my pain, my struggle. After all, I truly believe that my struggle wasn't just for me. So I am going to open up for the world what has been sacred for you and me. I want to be free and to truly be me. I am going to open up for the world my private diary.
Dear Diary, it's me, Nekisha. I can't lie. The argument was loud. Okay? It was filled with insults, cussing, and my anger. It was really explosive emotionally. In fact, I remember calling him all kinds of names, screaming to his face, and even flinging his clothes to the floor, telling him to get out of my house. Our tempers were high that day. He wasn't listening to me, and the more he didn't listen to me, the more stupid motherfuckers and stupid bitches he became. The more he validated my feelings, the more I hollered and repeatedly told him, "You want me to be the man? I'll be the man. I'll show you who the man is." There were so many warnings and signs, but my stupid faith, my faith, refused to give up. Immediately after he told me he got his baby mama pregnant, I was broken. It broke me into so many pieces. Because I have been trying to get pregnant for so many years. So many years. But I couldn't. I couldn't get pregnant. He's been cheating on me for a few months. And she's pregnant with his second child. Second. I knew it was the end, but I just couldn't let go. For some odd reason, I just could not let that man go. So that night, as I laid in bed alone, I could not but just help but think that maybe I should just go crawl in his bed and maybe feel his touch and climb on his big, broad shoulders and cuddle him and just feel those muscles, those big muscles he has. Oh, oh, I love that man. Oh, the way he makes me feel. That stupid man. At 6 a.m. the next day, I woke up and I didn't hear a thing. I didn't hear anything. So I was wondering if he was calling late for work, or was he not going to work? Like, is he sick? I don't know. So I just wanted to find out. I was curious. I didn't know what was going on. I heard nothing. So I got up and looked through his bedroom, and there was nothing. But then I looked through his closet, the bathroom, and to my earth-shattering surprise, there was nothing. Everything he had was gone. All that he had was gone. My husband was gone. He was gone 3 days before the rent was due, and he was gone 6 days before my birthday. That stupid man. What an asshole.
Dear Diary, it's me, CeDeidre. In a state of desperation and loneliness, I made the grave mistake of marrying the wrong person. His version of care was bringing me home and leaving me on the couch. He half-heartedly put crackers and water on a tray while our newborn baby slept nearby. In the aftermath, my life-saving, critical surgery, I found myself in dire need of tender care. For a staggering 18 hours a day, my husband would vanish without a trace. How did I end up in this situation? I'm astonished that I was joined in matrimony with an individual who exhibited no love or concern for me or our child. My husband not only drained my bank accounts, but left my soul in pieces. I felt like a helpless victim, caught in a treacherous current, drowning in debts with a man who couldn't even hold down a job. I was taken aback to the extent that I became a single mother, despite being married. Over time, my respect dwindled as he continued to neglect us. He hurled insults my way, dismissed me, expertly shifted blame onto me for everything that went wrong. I mean, he refused to work, leave, or even entertain the idea of a divorce. He insisted that I had no right to make him leave. I mean, we attempted counseling, but he shifted the burden of fixing our problems solely on me. And he claimed that everything that went wrong, we were in this wretched state because I could do nothing right.
I promised not to tell. Not to tell that I was led into a dark room with no windows. That room was terrifying. I promised not to tell that I felt unfamiliar lips pressed against mine. My stomach tightened, my body stiffened as there were hands moving up my little thighs, and I didn't know what was going on. I just stood there, emotionless. I was 8. promised not to tell. Not to tell that the man that I considered my safe haven touched my thighs. Then my private part. And he had me touch him too. I remember during car rides, he would have me sit on his lap because our family members filled up the seats. And he would use those car moments to rub me, and I promised. I promised not to tell. I remember just sitting there as usual, naively and quietly. Back then, I didn't know how to express myself. I remember befriending fire. And I just lit a match. And I threw it in the garbage can in the kitchen. And I saw the walls of the kitchen going from white to yellow. And I remember standing there, feeling so empty.
Dear Diary, I used to think that being brave was climbing a corporate ladder. I thought that being brave was the first to open a business. Hell, I thought being brave was the first to go to college. I'll show you brave. Brave is being a woman. Brave is not killing yourself when you wanted to. Brave is sharing the one thing you think makes you different and often ashamed. Brave is accepting all of you, the flaws and all the hurt, disappointment, and guilt. Brave is laughing instead of crying. That's brave.
Dear Diary, it's me, Nia. That day at the doctor's office changed my life. At first, I wasn't going to tell him we were expecting, but then I thought it might be the best thing to do. When I showed him the sonogram, the smile on his face, oh my God, he was so excited. And he said, I knew you were going to get pregnant. Just 3 days earlier, we had reconciled, and he promised he would do better and that he loved only me. And how could I not believe him? I mean, his misty eyes, his hands stroking my face, his strong, enormous arms wrapped around me. I was so in love. I would have done anything. Anything. Little did I know, he had me under his spell. I ended up having to have an emergency C-section a month before my due date. We had an unfinished nursery. We hadn't purchased everything we needed from this newborn. And you know what? Tim left me at my most vulnerable state. I went from working 2 jobs to bed rest, which means a loss of my independence, my finances. I didn't know what I was going to do. Still recovering from a C-section, Tim decided he's going to take a job in Hawaii. And not only did he take this job in Hawaii, he left us for the side chick he had been with. I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to take care of my boys, less known myself. But my brokenness didn't allow me to respond with murderous rage. At least not in that moment. But shortly thereafter, rage became my constant companion.
After a day out in the mall, my hands filled with shopping bags from items he allowed me to select at his expense. Without a moment's notice, he was cold, pouting, and annoyed about something that to me seemed very petty. The moment we hit the inside of our condo, he hit me so hard with such a blow that would knock any average-sized man into the middle of another week. I hit the floor in utter disbelief. My heart was shattered. My sense of reality was dazed and panicked. Sadness mixed with a big dose of confusion left me numb and motionless. How the hell did I let this happen? The man I thought I wanted to start a family with struck me without a rhyme or reason. Pulling myself up from the floor, I walked into the bathroom to take a long, hot shower, ruminating over the events that took place and wondering what I did to warrant such a massive blow. Drying myself off, he comes to where I am and assures me he will never hit me again. His apology was so sincere and emotionally charged with passion and regret. Standing in the middle of our room naked, he knew exactly what to do to put my mind and body at ease. He knew I was addicted to sex and got extremely aroused by watching porn. Just like usual, he selected a porn video for us to imitate. But this time, everything was different. As we began the act of sex, tears started rolling down slowly and steadily down my high cheekbones, almost burning my skin. The sadness that welled up in my chest, the shortness of breath, my brain in overdrive, because I know deep down in the pit of my soul, when a man hits a woman, the fantasy of love is never the same. My mind knew this was not what I thought I was getting myself into when I said yes to him. I loved my life with him, and just like that, it cracked into something different between us. I stayed with him for 2 more years, and for 14 months when he went to jail. At that point, he was hitting me regularly. After the first 3 hits, I had begun to check out emotionally. I was ready to leave him, but I didn't want to leave what I thought was a good lifestyle. I was spoiled by all the gifts. The sex was good, and my family was taken care of.
Dear Diary, There have been so many times when life has robbed me from my joy and taken things from me that shouldn't have been taken, leaving me with a deep void. The first thing many will say, if they say anything at all, is everything happens for a reason, and everything is gonna work out for the better. But diary, does it get better?
Dear Diary, it's me, Beauty. We arrived home on such a nice, beautiful, shaded day with an overcast over the house, cool enough to enjoy a nice nap. I rested on bed, ready to relax and watch TV. But just before I could lift my blouse to breastfeed my infant son, the curly hairs on the back of my neck spiked. A shiver of extreme anxiety flows from behind both my ears, down my throat, and tenses into my heart. The glass from my bedroom window was shattered by a uniformed police officer. The rumble of the SWAT team and their battering ram echoes all through my front door and pulsates all throughout the house. I feel the tremor on my right leg as it rests on the floor. The father of my kids jumps off the bed and dashes into the hallway. In an instant, an officer yells, "He's gonna run!" He struck with something that was propelled rapidly, because there is a powerful bang, yelling, sparks, and smoke. Suddenly, there were 12 uniformed officers in my home, and the father of my children was on the floor restrained. I was able to take mental snapshots as I hurriedly grabbed my 2 and 6-year-old children. We hid in the bathroom across our master bedroom. The yelling, indignation, and intensity filled my ears. I can see my children quiver as I holler, expecting law enforcement will be striking us next. Feeling angry and in disbelief, watching the SWAT team ransacking my home, looking for items in relation to the robbery, endlessly damaging my property and searching relentlessly for guns, money, clothing, and other weapons. This wasn't new to me, unfortunately. This was the third time my house has been searched by SWAT. My family fantasy life dissolved each year. I cried. Reality kicked in. Although it didn't feel good, this was a new beginning in my life. This was the abrupt incident I needed to realize just how disgusting the man I was in love with, and how disgusted I felt about myself.
Two in the morning. I assumed there was an emergency with their child, but it didn't prepare me for the bomb that was about to explode in my ear. After confirming my identity, his baby mama started interrogating my relationship with our shared children's father. I complied and answered her questions. Are you and him back together? Did you two just have a baby? I had a question after answering yes to both of hers. Why are you asking me instead of talking to him? She informed me that my happily ever after family post on Facebook warranted suspicion that I had no clue what was going on with my man. The bomb exploded. Baby mama informs me that she just had herself twins. They're a month younger than my new baby. With the children's father as well. I asked her to repeat herself because shock and disbelief wouldn't allow me to process what I just heard at 2 in the morning. I went into the living room to see my boyfriend after she told me again, staring at him in disgust. He asked me what's wrong, not expecting me to say that I have your baby mama on the phone. Trying to look past everything because I didn't want to give up on my idea of family, nor did I want my boys to live in a broken home. Pressing through like everything's okay with a smile on my face until I couldn't keep performing. My breaking point came.
What do you do when your life falls apart? When you can't trust? When you stop believing in yourself and your worth? What do you do when you feel unheard, invalidated, and your dreams shattered?
What do you do when you feel unheard, invalidated, and your dreams shattered?
You bounce back.
A ready woman can't control what life brings to her, but she can control if it lets it destroy her.
A ready woman knows when love is no longer being served, she gets up from that table.
A ready woman speaks her truth no matter what.
A ready woman will reinvent herself over and over again.
A ready woman honors her values and sets boundaries.
A ready woman will bounce back because
she won't
and can't be stopped.
I will not fall. I will stand up. I will not fall. I will stay strong, never giving up faith. I will go all the way. This will be the day. This will be the day.
Okay, I need a moment. I need a moment. Okay, this is the time. Okay, now we've come to the time in our program for you to meet all these amazing young ladies, the co-authors that were bold enough and intentional enough to share what was in their private diary for you, someone you know, and for the collective healing of women everywhere. The first person I want to bring up is actress Esther, who played me. Esther, you did a great job. Thank you. Esther, was it challenging being me?
I would say yes, because it's like, that's not who I am. So I have to like embody someone else and their story. So I'll say it was a little challenging, but it was also nice to learn who you are through this piece and diary. So thank you for trusting me.
Thank you. You did such a great job. Thank you so much. Esther, how did it feel seeing yourself on the screen?
At first, I was like, wait, why is it black and white? I got used to it and I liked it. And I was able to like get the story, like, because after I'm a ready woman, so that's why I'm colorful again. So,
yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Esther. You are amazing. Keep being beautiful. Keep taking risks. Don't stop acting. I love you. You know, I love you personally and professionally. Thank you so much, Esther.
Thank you.
And now we're going to bring CeDeidre. CeDeidre!
Hi!
CeDeidre, that man left you for 18 hours a day.
Yes, with the newborn. Yes.
Your actress. I'm going blank.
Amaya.
Amaya. Oh my God. Amaya.
Hi, Amaya.
Hello.
Go ahead, CeDeidre. What do you want to say to Amaya? Amaya, what do you want to say to CeDeidre? And this is
Amaya.
Audience. This is everybody's first time meeting, so this is not rehearsed.
Amaya, I want to thank you. You played that part, and you look like you're little and petite like me. So I appreciate you bringing my story to life. Thank you so much. And my hair, normally I wear it braided, so you look just like me. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think playing as you was an experience because I could kind of feel like the anger and the disappointment that you had in that situation, and it was also just really a great experience that Izzy and Nekisha both brought me into. So I thank you guys.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. I don't have my notes. I'm sorry, Izzy. I'm just trying to go from the order in the book. Okay. So after CeDeidre's, whose story was next? Lucy's? Is it Luciana? Okay, Luciana. Hey, girl.
Hey. Let me tell you something.
And Jamara, where you at, Jamara? Get yourself on
here.
This page, Jamara.
Get her on this page, Miss Jamara.
Hey, it's such a pleasure meeting you. Finally,
it is truly a pleasure.
I love your story. It was, yeah.
You brought my story off them pages. I was like, oh my goodness, baby, thank you.
I wanted to pull everyone in. I wanted to tell your story, and
I did everything but climb into my laptop here. I was like, oh my goodness, you portrayed that so beautiful. I couldn't have done it better. Like, I'm like, was this her going back? I'm like, it's me, her, me. Like,
thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your gift, because you just put that screen on in there. You brought everything to life. I'm usually not speechless, but I'm on here. I was like, if you will, clenching my pearls over here, like, oh my goodness. Thank you.
I hope you felt it, and you're so strong and inspiring, and I just want to thank you so much for trusting me to portray you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you once again, Nekisha, Izzy, my baby Izzy. Oh my goodness. Like, literally, I was there when she was born, and now the manifestation, baby. I was there when you was born, literally, not figuratively. I was there, pulling you out there, and to watch you grow into such a beautiful, gifted young lady. You're so amazing. I just pray that God just continue to do so much in your life, because this is only the beginning, and you doing this. Listen here.
Thank you so much, Auntie Lucy. Thank you.
I love you, Nekisha. You already know, my sister. I love you. I appreciate your gift, your joy, everything. You know it since day one. Like I appreciate you. Keep doing great things. I love and to all of you ladies, excellent job. Thank you for everybody, everybody who on here supporting us. Thank you. Thank you for your support. We love you all. Everybody who has logged in to watch this, to help our stories, just watch and listen. We thank you. We love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's bring to the stage Antania, our Nia, and Afia. Yes, Nia and Afia.
Hello.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi. I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Nekisha and Izzy. Thank you for this production. Afia, thank you for telling my story. Question to you, what did you find interesting or challenging in my story?
Let's just say that you had more restraint than I ever would have. We would have been on the ID channel or Oxygen with Snap. Okay, that's where we would have been. Okay, I would be going to Hawaii with a one-way ticket. Okay, it's over. But I enjoyed the story. I'm just curious to know, how are you doing today after all of this? Because I don't know how many years ago the twins were born or whatever, but I'm just curious about that.
Don't have twins, but he is 8 years old to this day. We are doing well. Although in that story, Tim and I had reconciled, we are probably headed to divorce now. So sometimes forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned. We'll be a part 2.
Yep. Thank you so much.
But thank you.
Also, everybody, please we call her Nia, but Antania in your prayer. She lost her brother this week. So please keep her in your prayer. Keep her lifted up. This is a very challenging time for her and her family. So please, but we thank you. You look beautiful. And thank you for being here. I know you are.
All right.
Thank you, Afia, for saying yes a second time. She an OG actress. She like, whenever Diary of a Ready Woman show up, I'm in the house.
Part of book 3.
Okay, all right, we got you down. OG, we got you down. All right, let's see. Let's see who we bringing on now. It is Elena and LaKesh. Yes, Elena and LaKesh.
Hello.
Hello.
You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yes, I see. I was like, oh my goodness. It's been so long ago. I'm just like at all to see it acted out. It was
The
so
more I
beautiful.
practice, go ahead.
Thank you.
The more I practiced, the more I felt like I was in your shoes. And there was a point where I practiced and I was like crying after, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can really feel her pain. I was like, Alita, it's just a monologue. And I'm like, this is what a real person felt. And I'm just portraying what they felt and what they went through. And it was just, I really felt it.
Yes. Thank you. You did an amazing job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And you know what's so is that LaKesh is a reverend, right? A minister, ordained minister. And it's like, woo, them preachers got something to preach about. So it's just so awesome to see your transformation from that woman to who you are now. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you so much, Nekisha and Izzy.
You're so welcome. Yay. All right. Let's bring to the stage Beauty. Beauty.
Hi, guys.
And we want
Hi,
to
Nekisha.
Deanna wasn't able to be here today. She had another obligation, but Beauty, what did you think?
Oh, thank you. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, everybody's stories. I'm just like tearing on my eye, and I'm like, oh goodness, I've never been a part of a monologue series, so this is my first one, and it's just so nice to be captivated, by the actresses and everybody involved, and even in the chat. Like the chat is so hyped right now, and it's so fun to see everybody just supporting everyone. And I just wanted to also say thank you to Diana for sharing my story too. And it's so funny too, because as I was listening, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm the one that wrote this, because it put me in a separate state of like, oh goodness, who is that girl? I don't even know her anymore. I don't know who I am, or who I was, because that's not how I make decisions anymore. And I'm such a different person, like you said in the beginning, where we've all grown so much.
Yes.
So it was beautiful. Thank you so much for having us a part of this, and everybody for showing up for each other.
Yes, you are so welcome. And you know what got me is that very end when she was like, how nasty or
how disgusted, how
disgusted
I was with myself.
It was just like I resonated with that. Like, what? Oh, that was so beautiful. And congratulations to all your success, Beauty, all your husband, your new husband, your babies, you're over there popping babies. And Beauty is all the way in Guam. So he's at the next day. It's already Monday afternoon or something like that for you, right? Thank you, Beauty, for your participation and sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Love you guys.
All right. Now we're going to bring up Ashley and Leomi. Hey, Ashley.
Hello, how are you? Excuse the noise. Excuse the noise. I'm at an event, but hi.
Hi, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did an amazing job. For the part I didn't get to see all of it, but the part that I did see, you did a wonderful job, and I appreciate you acting out my story. I really do, and thank you to you, Nekisha, for helping us bring it all together. Like I'm so grateful. I've been crying since this morning because I can't believe like I've done something so much you know big, and then to actually have it come to light, and then to have someone play it out, it really meant a lot to me. So I appreciate you, you ladies, all of you, from the actors to you, LaKesh, to your daughter. I just appreciate you. To the ladies all in the book with me, I truly appreciate you all. Um, what made you want to play me?
Oh, wow. Well, so I read through all of the monologues, and I remember that I picked your monologue as the first choice because I loved how well written it was. I loved how you wrote it as if you were really like writing in a diary, and I could literally see myself like speaking it out. So it was honestly like it struck me so quickly. And I want to thank you for like the opportunity, and it was such an honor being able to portray you, honestly. And thank you for writing such a heartfelt piece. I loved it.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It makes me feel good because I was nervous and excited and scared all at the same time.
I know. Yeah, me too, actually. Honestly.
But thank you so much to all you ladies. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
We can't hear you.
Oh. Wait a minute. Can y'all hear me now? Oh, Leomi, the chat was blowing up. We love her accent.
I do.
We was all around the world today. Thank you, ladies, so much. And last but not least, I want to bring up the subconscious narrator, Janae and Naylon. Woo!
Hi, it's very nice to meet you.
You too. Hello, darling. Hello. Thank you so much. You did such a great job.
Thank you. And thank you also so much for just like creating this space for us to have this moment together. I think what was hard for me about the narrator is that there's so many stories to represent. It's like, how do I speak for everyone's voice in a way? And I think really like seeing them all together today, it just like, it touched me like really deeply. And I just want to say thank you so much. And shout out to Izzy for like creating the space and reaching out to us.
Yes. Shout out to all of you all that said yes. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for saying yes, because this was a big thing. Y'all was playing big roles with big grown up women content, and y'all did it. And I am just so thankful. Thank you. I'm so thankful, and I thank you. Thank you, Janae. Thank you to all of you all. Look at y'all with y'all little watch party. Y'all so cute. Girl, this is UC Berkeley over here. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. So, just really briefly, tell us where you are now in your life. Since that time, where are you now? And specifically, tell us about the miracles that has happened for you. You didn't give up. You didn't stop. You exercised being a ready woman. And a ready woman doesn't stop. She doesn't give up. So where are you now? What's going on most prominently in your life right now that you are absolutely proud of?
Well, I'll start. I have since relocated to Virginia. I've been here going on 3 years and I'm remarried. So there was a point where I did give up and I didn't think that it would ever happen again because I was entering, it seemed like the same type of relationships until I actually had to go to 2 or 3 therapists to help me get through it and to figure out why I was attracting these type of people. So I'm proud to say that I am still in the healing process, but I have remarried and I have a new life in Virginia now.
Yay. Next, let's go with Beauty because let's go to Beauty.
Hi, thank you. Oh my gosh, there's a lot that has happened since that story has happened and since I've written the book. Yeah, like you mentioned, I'm married now and I have 2 more babies and I have more businesses, other books as well. And there's just been so much joy that has been created from all of the stuff that I've been through, and like I forgot whose story it was that they mentioned it, but with all of that stuff that has happened, it was for a reason. Like I've been able to save some people's lives, been able to save some people's time, their energy, finances, money, been able to help them because I've been through those situations. I've been able to help them get out of similar situations faster. And same with some of our other diary sisters here. They've been able to do the same. And it's been a journey. And, it now if something bad happens in my life, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the end result because something's going to happen.
That's right. Thank you. Luciana, you next. Thank you.
Yes. Well, since I've written it, I've so much has changed, as the other ladies have stated. I am in a state that as it portrayed, I'm not in that darkness anymore. I am out of that darkness, definitely into light. And I give, first of all honor and glory to God, because without Him, none of this would be possible for me and my life and where I came from. And just knowing who I am versus being able to encourage others now, being an author, I'm a mom. I created a book, an affirmation book for my children, because not only am I going to be the first one to empower and encourage you, listen, I'm not going to, it's going to start here first. So I'm leading a life that I have wanted all my life. And now I'm just giving glory to God as an author, as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as an ordained minister. And some of the business I have, I do for young ladies, and I encourage them. We do life skills. We do everything to pour back into them to let them know that you are enough, as well as doing sister to sister groups that we create a platform for them to be able to come, to be able to know that you're not alone. We're here with you. You're encouraged. You're inspired. So right now, I'm giving back. I'm going back. I'm pulling. Like we coming together. So it's a sisterhood for me right now. So I'm in a whole different place and I feel good. I know who I am. I got my life back. All them layers came off.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. I love it. And make sure in the chat you guys put in there your social media handles for people who want to join what you're doing and just want to follow you and want to get more in your space. So make sure you do that in the chat. LaKesh.
Hello. Hey.
Hello. So what? She got her t-shirt on, LaKesh. Let me see that t-shirt. Oh, Lucy, you got yours on too. Okay, okay. I see the t-shirts in the house. Okay, LaKesh. So what's happening with you most recently? What are you proud of right now?
Right now, I'm proud of this book as well. I do have a devotional coming out in 2 months that I've been working on. And I'm so proud of myself because people in my family don't do this.
Breaking curses. What?
Yes.
Yes.
So it feels amazing. I'm breaking it. I'm breaking every generational curse that came for me. And I'm breaking
People in
it
my family don't do this.
so that my nieces and my nephews, they can learn and try to go about this the right way.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Thank you. People in my family don't do this. I love that. I love it. Nia. What are you most proud of right now, Nia? I know you're going through a lot, but unmute. She needs to be unmuted.
I am most proud that I give all the glory and honor to God. And even though I'm going through these storms, this tempest, I am just grateful that God, I'm still standing, I'm still strong with His grace. Since the book, I mean, I've done quite a few things, but they're on pause right now, at least the life coaching and working with individuals and couples. But what I will say is that I have created a therapeutic journal line called Mindful Journals. And I have a website. And so those journals are each month have a special theme, like, say April is like revitalization, and, February might focus on self-love. I have prayer journals as well, and journals that help with building self-esteem, conquering anxiety. And I didn't know it, but I created a divorce journal. So I've been using some of those myself, actually. So I'm proud of me. And although I'm in transition, I still got to give glory and praise to God. So,
Amen. Thank you all so much. I want to thank you again for saying yes to this book. Thank you for sharing with the world your story. And I know it's just a little bit of your story, but we are urging everybody to go get the book. Right now, it's available on the Kindle version, the hardcover copy, because we don't do soft. Ready Woman, we don't do soft covers. We do hard covers. So the hardcover copy will send out an announcement when it's available, probably within the next week. It should be available, but it's a hardcover copy. And also, these ladies are represented everywhere, and we are ready for book signings. So make sure you get in touch with them so that they can come and do a book signing in person with the hardcover copies. So they will be ready for you. You see their handles. I see they're blowing up the chat with their emails. Get their emails, get their handles, follow them, talk to them, and get ready because the live book signings are coming. So if you got friends, sister girls that you want to get together and they need to see these stories and they need this book, please do that. It's on Amazon.com right now. Diary of a Ready Woman, Book 2. All right. Diary of a Ready Woman, Book 2. Thank you, ladies, so much. It was a long time coming, But I told you, I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all. All right. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for letting me go through my mess. And thank you for allowing me the space and the opportunity to be able to bring this platform to you and you to this group of people. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep it moving.
I've been through it all. Teen motherhood, I've multiple divorces, homelessness, teen motherhood, business laws, divorces, and battles with depression. Business laws, I lost a lot, but what I learned, I lost a lot. Love ain't serving you anymore, when love ain't serving you anymore, you gotta get up years of rebuilding. I know after years of rebuilding, I know exactly what it takes. I've worked with thousands of women, shared my story on thousands of women, shared my story on countless media platforms, to show you what's possible when you refuse to show you what's possible when you refuse. I am Nekisha Michelle, I am Nekisha Michelle, the queen of the bounce back behavior. This is conversation therapy igniting choices and conversation therapy igniting room all the way to the bedroom. Are you ready to experience real bliss? Let's get to work.
And we're back. And now it's time for the conversation. And I'm bringing on the luminaries. I have with us Miss Debrena Jackson Gandy, luminary transformational coach and mentor. She has been my mentor for 20 plus years. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there. 20 plus years, my sister, my everything. Welcome, Debrena Jackson Gandy. And my other sister, luminary, that keeps me straight, keeps my vibe high, make sure I do everything in excellence, Miss Okera Banks. Thank you so much for being hello. I'm going to allow you to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then let's get into this conversation because it's about to be juicy. Debrena, you first.
Well, before I say anything about myself, girl, I had no idea you were doing it like this. Okay, when you asked me on this date at 5:00 Pacific time, I didn't know that we were stepping into an entire production, global, international. So thank you for all of the love, blood, sweat, tears that you put into this incredible launch. And looking at, well, who was baby Izzy when I'm sending her baby clothes, and now the child is producing and lining up her fellow sisters from UC Berkeley to act, and all of these authors. So I am in awe. I had no idea you were doing it this wow and big. And so thank you. 27 years after we met, that I'm still in your life. And I learned some things about you I didn't even know, from whence you have had to come and the well you have had to dig out of. And so on top of the incredible respect and awe I already had for you, it's gotten wider, deeper, and higher. Girl, thank you. So that's what I wanted to say first.
Thank you. Okera.
Well, Debrena said it all. And I expect nothing less because you know how I feel and how I move. I believe that people chase perfection, but if you move in excellence, you'll meet the mark. And I believe in excellence. And I'm not surprised because when I met you, which I can't remember how we met. I think it was through a publicist or something.
Hollywood, something.
Yeah. Actually, I'm still in LA right now. I was supposed to leave and I was like, I want to get on a flight, but I might miss this. So I'll leave out on a red eye. Okay. Because I didn't want anything to interrupt your hard work. And, I know what it's like putting on a production and making things work. And can I just say, baby Izzy, who set me up on Zoom before I knew what a Zoom was. Look at you. doing all the things and everything. I'm so proud of you. I think what's probably the most astonishing or exciting thing for me to see is, and you shared your story with me in real time. Um, I know where strength and courage has to come from. It's a choice. And then to see you raise such an exceptional young lady, like incredible. And it's beyond a well spoken, and it's like the art of production and producing. And I'm in that world. You know, I've been in that world for years. And she definitely has an incredible future to do whatever it is that she wants. So you don't have just your daughter, you have a business partner who cares about you, who has went fast forward and being knowledgeable on how to, let me take care of my mom better than she may take care of herself because of the weight of the world and how she feel like she needs to show up. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you. I think the stories were incredible for the women to share and be naked and not ashamed to share their stories, because there's a courage that comes with saying this is where I was at one point, and may it uplift and penetrate other people in their life. Yes. So thank you for having me. I didn't want to miss it. And you know, I always try to support as much as I can when I can. And this is brilliant to witness and see.
Well, one of the things I wanted to jump in and just say and ask, how can women help each other heal better? How can we do this together? I have you guys, but everybody doesn't have a Debrena. Everybody doesn't have an Okera. What can we do to be more vulnerable with each other and help each other heal?
I'm gonna let Debrena go first.
Well, one of the things that was so apparent in all of these stories is that when you take something that was in the dark, in the closet, behind the curtain, and you bring illumination to it, you bring light to it, it isn't just it's seen now, but a alchemy happens when you bring it to light and to the light. And when you are able to speak it versus be secret, it has control of you a little bit less and a little bit less. And I remember, and I talk about it in my second book, All the Joy You Can Stand. And I remember being at one of my sharing, healing, and renewal retreats at my mentor, Dr. Maxine's house, rest in peace, 96 and a half years old, and transitioned October 8th of last year. And she had this big mirror in her beautiful home, and she would have us do mirror work. And so I have these women that this particular year that flew in from all over the world. Literally, we had women there from London, England as well. Beautiful Black British women that had seen something in essence about my retreat and were there. And you had to come forth to the mirror and make a confession about the thing that was in the dark behind the curtain. And my mother was in the room for this particular session.
Your mom.
And she did not know I had had 2 abortions.
Whoa.
So I am waiting for every woman to go, because, you know, I could have confessed that if my mama wasn't there, but my mama's there. And I went last. They almost had to pull me out of my seat. And I said, Debrena, if I have healed, then I can confess it. And it's not my identity. And I was able to do it. And on the way back to my seat, I collapsed in my mother's lap. And come to find out, she had had an abortion at some point in her life, which I did not know. So when we bring it to the light, we give permission to others to bring what's in the dark, where there may be shame, where there's the hidden thing, to bring it to the light and let the healing begin. So whether you start with your journal, which could be step 1, or whether it's in your prayer time and you're speaking it out loud in your prayer time. I believe in praying out loud in our prayer and meditation time, or whether it's to a trusted friend or a trusted therapist or a trusted coach. It's bringing it to the light so that the chains break continuously. That's one of the things I would say to that. I could say a whole bunch of stuff, but I will leave it there.
Okera.
Support and sisterhood, I think, requires a vetting process depending on what you're talking about, and support and sharing. There's a support and sharing and being and sharing your story. You could have healed in it, because there are a lot of people who have healed through their stories. I know I've healed through many, but God hasn't told me to share it out loud just yet. I'm getting there, but I may share it with someone else who may need it for their encouragement. But it's also, for me, a vetting process, because unfortunately, there is a space where we're not that supportive. I think the most beautiful part of this is the real support you have. And it probably took for you to take some hits through by some of your sisters who you poured into and you thought it was safe to get back. And that's not always the necessary outcome. And I think it's not a truth that's spoken about enough. You think you're sharing in a space, but you don't know if someone has jealousy and envy of you while you're going through your process, while you're homeless and still dropping a book and got Izzy. Sometimes people are jealous of your spirit and nothing, or just the fact that you keep going. So I always say, for me, it's a vetting process. If it's a sharing and being naked and not ashamed in a space because you're called to it, yes. Then there is support, but the support's really not about you, right? The support is about you telling someone it's okay, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. You're not alone. Most of us who had to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps or break generational curses have quite more similar stories than not. What I came to find out is people are more jealous, unfortunately. And where it's met and you wish it didn't happen is in your courageousness to move through. But that's God. Period. That's God, and also it's a carving, sometimes it has to happen the way it happens. So it can carve you. So when then you are healed from it, you can share it with everyone. But I think for me, it's vetting, because I'm very private. I've shared a little bit. I've actually shared in some spaces that I went, I probably shouldn't have did that. I won't do that no more. It's a real thing. But if it's you being on a stage and you sharing your story to uplift a group of women like you did today, that's courage. That's courageousness. And that's letting other women, and those women telling people you're not alone, because it's a very common thing, right? What I will say is, while you're in the vetting and finding their support and coming up with your sisters that try not to have bitterness and appreciate the new of what you're attracting and the support, because it happens, it happens. And when you find that support system and that sisterhood, take care of it. Because sometimes we forget not to take care of it. You know what I mean? And try to remind yourself of what probably could have affected that old thing that could interrupt that support. So
one of my things that I say is, in one of the stories, or I think it was one of the narrators who said, people say what we go through happens for a reason. One of the things I say is, I don't know if it really happens for a reason, but what I do is I look for the purpose. I look for a full purpose out of it. So I know that one of the things that I was just telling in a group therapy this week, I was molested. I was molested. But guess what? Neither of my girls were molested. That's my purpose. That was my purpose, to be keen and know what to look for and understand what happens behind a closed door, so they don't experience that. And I thought, like, my oldest daughter, I was like, you seem like you're a little resentful that I held you so close. I said, were you molested? She was like, no, how could I be? You held me all night. You kept me all night. You sound a little resentful. I did my thing. But I'm always looking for purpose because it feels like purpose ignites me. And I want to ask you guys, when it does feel like things are dark, because we have all had these dark moments. I call it that defining moment or that ready woman moment. What is your lifestyle like that helps you move through the dark? How do you get to the light? And I'll head it back to you, Debrena. When you have dark moments, because one thing about you, Debrena, like this is 27 years, Jesus, unless you tell me, I don't know that there's a dark moment, period. The way you carry yourself, the way your light is, the way you show up and your presence in the world, what does that look like? And what is it that you do so that that darkness doesn't engulf you?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned something just a moment ago. You used the word purpose, but the word I use is things will happen in life. And I don't ask what's the reason, because if you look back at cause, effect, and decisions and convergence of life events, you'll be able to see why it occurred. So yeah, there's a reason, but there's cause and effect that brought it to whatever occurred. More importantly, we get to be the meaning makers and the meaning assigners to what happens, which is even different than I choose how I respond. Yes, but I also get to assign meaning to what's occurring. And we can choose to assign meaning that disempowers us and has us beat ourselves up and has us in denial. Or we can assign a meaning where we say this is fertilizer, this is manure, but it can become fertilizer. What is the lesson in this? What is the learning in this? How can this elevate me? How can this open my heart wider, even if pain's associated with it? So I'm always deciding what the meaning is and assigning it. Always. And secondly is I have a broad array of close friendships. And one of my commitments is to continue to grow my intimate circle of women friends, so that, you know, friend A may have a capacity to hear about my dad having a stroke August 18th of last year and can provide support in that space. But then, because maybe she's not married, and I talk about my husband's diagnosis on October 5th of 2024 of prostate cancer, that isn't something she can fully relate to as a wife. But then I have another close friend who is a wife, who understands the journey of walking alongside a spouse who has had a diagnosis. So I don't heap it all on one or two or three friends. I have a broad array of close friends. And my commitment is to continue growing that pool of close friends as an intentional activity and effort in my life. And thirdly is being truthful about it. So from July 15th to October 15th of last year, I called it my 90-day Job initiation. 12 serious losses, hospitalizations of family, deaths of family members, of a good friend, of mentees' parents. I mean, just on and on and on and on, all in 90 days. And at the time, I had 3 different transformational programs going on. So one of the things I did is say, hey, y'all, I want to share with you what is going on in my life, so you're aware, and I'm not being a hypocrite, because I talk to you all about being truthful so you can be supported, and so people can be aware and their heart can be responsive to that. And so that was one of the ways, in addition to having an amazing support group, because I already had fertilized, rich, and diverse friendships, just being truthful with my students versus trying to keep up some kind of face. You know, I'm human just like you, and my life has stuff going on just like you, but how do we move through it, and what do we make it mean? And I'm always going to assign meaning that lifts me and that elevates me and that allows me to mine the gratitude. out of the situation. Because in Philippians, it says in scripture to give thanks in all things, not just the good stuff, not just the triumphant stuff. And the all things, woo, that ALL word. So so that is also how I kept my light on. I was in deeper gratitude those 90 days than ever before. My dad had a stroke, headed to the Democratic National Convention, didn't make it past the parking ride at SeaTac Airport, 4 minutes from my house. But he could have gotten in a fatal car accident pulling into the parking lot to park his car. He made it to the parking ride. I do not know how. He stroked out 9 minutes before he pulled into the parking lot. He could have hit someone. He could have been killed. I'm so grateful. It was expressive. So he couldn't talk. He couldn't write, but he could walk and his faculties still worked. I'm so grateful. So, so that is how one of the ways I keep the light on. And I'm constantly doing forgiveness work. It is an ongoing process to keep my heart open and keep myself free. So that's always going on in the background with me. So those are a couple things that I do. You're muted, sweetness.
Mm-hmm. You know, the real boss. She's. I guess because I was going.
She like this mute. You're like, can you stop with your side effects, your sides?
She's like, you are not in church. I need the and the ahs.
Yes.
Talk here, and you over here interrupting what she's saying with your and ahs. Okera, you work in that big place, entertainment in Hollywood, and there's a lot that goes on. However, you have been able to stay positive, stay strong. I mean, I'm wearing her collection. Yes. How are you able to take those challenging moments, but not allow it to impact the big work that you do on the runways and designing clothes and all of that? She's in the airport at ATL, honey. When you walking in the airport, you see your girlfriends, like my girlfriends do big stuff. How are you able to push through all of that? Because sometimes things come and people want to just shut down. Like you can't move. Like I know that's what happened to me for about 3 or 4 years. This is my first project in 4 years, and in books in 7 years. So I didn't have the faculties to do it. But how do you do it, Okera?
There's 3 to 4 things that come to mind, and I want to try to make them sweet. First, it's all God, and that's not being religious. That's a fact. And then 2, I shut down. You know how? Because 2 years and 3 months ago, I lost my mom suddenly, who I'm super close to. 6 months later, I lost my dad, but within that 7-day mark of losing my mom, I lost a client and a friend. All to both my mom suddenly, him suddenly. I'm traveling, place in LA, office in LA, place in Dallas, and just moved her to South Carolina. And dad is in DC, right? So I say go back, remember I said the vetting? There's some people who can't handle it. Everybody can't handle what you're carrying. And sometimes it's for them to shake them off because people want to go for a ride that they're not equipped to handle with you, and that's okay.
Michelle Obama said they didn't make the altitude. They couldn't.
They can't really. People don't have the altitude. You know, I trust God, but I'm going to tell you, I was angry too. Everybody didn't get to see it, but it was my thing, you know. And then God appointed someone an assignment in my life who had an even deeper prayer life and who made me go into scripture to make a decision to move, because I did lay down. You may not have seen it, but the reason why no one saw it, because I was blessed to have carved a great team. When I was laying down, my ladies were still sewing. When I was laying down, my attorneys were still looking at my contracts. And before that, I had planted so many seeds By the time that I didn't want to get up, God sent one of my friends was like, you got to. I had no reason to say no, but I just didn't want to. So I did it with the tears in my eyes. And those close to me saw it. But when I got together, I heard my mom say, I need you to go. I need you to go. And so I can add some seasoning on it. Right? So even life happens. And it's what you do with it. Life happens. Losing parents is painful. I thought it was the most painful when my mom had her stroke 16 years ago. And I was her, and she was 52. And no one told me about it. And I took care of her like she took care of me. You know what I mean? But I was blessed to be able to do that because of the career I chose that I love and I did well, right? Not everybody can say that. Being in the industry, this is not for the weak. They really don't care when you do fall. They kind of like to see you get back up, and if you're going to get back up. You become the hero when you keep going. I don't think I ever really consciously thought about what I looked like while I was doing it. But everybody's like, you look like you're doing well. Well, I took care of myself too. I did. I took care of myself. I believed in always taking care of myself because my mom was the perfect example of being a kingdom for people and taking care of a lot of people, which ignited her stroke. But she had all the tools and knew all the information and the herbs. She gave them to me to take care of yourself. And I think what we do is we forget to take care of ourselves, and you have to take care of yourself, women, because when we don't, we can't be. So all the work that I had done just with being me and loving me and taking care of me, when a different level of life hit, and it was a different level because I thought I was going to lose my business. I lost my business. I lost some things. And importantly, I lost some friendships that I thought were close to me. And I was like, God, what's up? God said, I got you. Because sometimes we choose people and people will show loyalty, but they don't have the love that we really need and want when you are falling apart. And I commend people who have that. So really it was God. And then I said, I trust you. Let all the chips fall where they may. My best friend is you. My mom whispered to me. And what I did was when I laid down. But when I got up, if it was for 2 or 3 hours, I went hard. But I also was blessed that it was a testament to what I prayed for, a really great team. And I'm just now, for all of y'all, cleaning it up. I was like, wait a minute, she didn't do the taxes for this? Like in real time. So then I had to get ready. Even in that, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying no one's a bad person. But I also saw that as I was starting to take off in another dimension, even with all the weeds, because with the harvest come the weeds. We want the harvest and the glam, but we don't want the weeds. And the more harvest, the more weeds. And the bigger the harvest, the bigger the weeds. So what ended up happening was I saw a woman say, the woman that owns Slutty Vegan, because we love our people and we love our friends and we love people who have big hearts and they go hard. And she said,
Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole.
Pinky Cole. And she said something to me that I was moving in real time because I was cleaning up after laying down. But God still had me moving. Fashion show, NAACP fashion show, all the wonderful things like, oh my gosh, she's doing it. Getting in the airport. But those were seeds I had planted 2 years before my mom passed. And they were growing. And I wanted to sit down. But the people who I had chosen in my life, not my team, but even my sister friends who flew wherever I was at to make sure I was okay, wouldn't let me stop. Right? And when I said wouldn't let me stop, was like, get up, girl. Just get up for 3 hours. You know what I mean? And go. And then you learn to live with it. But what I'll say, Pinky said, I had to learn that some of all that emotion that I was like, she got it. She's doing it. They got heart. I needed more than heart and people. I needed more than bodies. And she said, I had to learn to not have bodies in places and aces in spaces. And that's what helped me get through a big part when I was laying down. And so how I keep the light on, God always. I talk to God all day long. I had an ex who told me, he was like, you talk to God so much, nobody else don't have time to talk to God. I said, call me what you want. I was like, but Spirit told me that you're not about to be here very long. so, so, and he's not. But and one thing is, I keep it honest, But what I will say is, God governs me. I sit quietly when I need to. I am very forgiving. I don't want bitterness to move through my life because that does not do anything but create cancer, and it stops things. And sometimes you're supposed to go through it. There is some. I don't know what you prayed for. We be praying for big things, but can you carry the big thing that you're praying for? So you need to figure out how to maneuver through life. We don't know if the president or the CEO of Coca-Cola just slit his wrist and they covered it. Wow. So, I think a lot of us who are entrepreneurs and who move have dark days. It is a part of life. It depends on how you choose to move through it, which isn't always easy. I do take care of myself. I pay attention to what I put in my body. I like the highest frequency of food so that it can make sure that this part of my head and my brain, I ain't thinking angry thoughts because it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So that's how, and I really do love me. I love and like me. So I spend time with myself. I do.
Love and like me.
Yeah. Even when it ain't good, I be like this. I really love and like me, but we got to correct that. God forgive me for that.
How many ladies can say they really love and like
themselves? My mother taught me to like myself no matter what. So I love and like me, even all the things that aren't that perfect. And it's cool. It's okay.
Yes.
Just master yourself.
Let me, as we go ahead and close this out, I want to make sure that those listening to you, that the conversation can continue. So please let us know how we can find you. Okera, if they don't live in Atlanta and they're not in the airport, how can they get the Okera fashion?
The Okera Banks collection.
Hey, Debrena got perfume, so I got on Debrena's Divine perfume.
I love it. Divine. That's it. Divine, the keyword.
Divine, honey.
Divine.
And I try not to use it so much because I don't want to go out of it so quickly, but it is so divine. So I love my ladies. But ladies, please let those watching and are experiencing you for the first time how they can be in your space.
I'll start first. You can go to okerabanks.shop online. I am in Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, and in the midst of we're expanding, so I'll share that. But if you go to okerabanks.shop or Okera Banks Collection on Instagram, you can sign up and see what we have going on. I do trunk shows in different cities. A lot of the popular cities where is Atlanta and Houston, Dallas, and Los Angeles. But we're expanding, so if you catch me on there, there's fun things we do on social media at times. If you like a piece, you shop it. And as we grow, you can keep, seeing where I'm at. And if you also researching the podcast, Style Lounge, but if you go to okerabanks.com or just go to Okera Banks, you can just Google all the fun things that show up. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Debrena.
Oh, congratulations, Okera. Getting it.
Thank you.
I would not imagine was an easy feat.
It's still not easy.
So I have a gift for a free gift for all the fabulous ladies that are on tonight, the Sacred Self-Caring Woman's Toolkit. And they can get it by going to my website. I have one website on the internet. It's milliondollarmentor.net. So that's where you can go to be taken to the Amazon portal for my, nationally published books, where you can access audio programs, where you can, Divine, I'm glad you're wearing your Divine and you like it, but we're on the 5th run of it, and our 5th run is now out. So folks can order it, but they will need to be patient while we wait for our small batch next order from our Black perfumery to arrive. But you can go to milliondollarmentor.net, and you can shop there in the store, get the books, get the ebooks, get the Divine perfume, get the audio programs, just a plethora of fabulous transformational tools. And also, when you get your free gift, that'll keep us connected, because I do a lot of fabulous courses and programs and live events, and would love to stay connected. And just thank you again, Nekisha Michelle Kee, soon to be Dr. Kee. Thank you for this opportunity. And thank you all for joining us. Mwah. We so appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you, ladies, for being my luminaries, not just for today, but always. Thank you for allowing me to stand on your shoulders. Wisdom. Oh, she got her t-shirt on.
Yes.
Thank you, Debrena. I still get starstruck with both of them.
I follow my instructions.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say, this is Bounce Back Behavior. And I'm your host, Nekisha Michelle. Thank you for joining us today for Diary of a Ready Woman Launch Book 2, the fabulous production by Izzy Kee. And as director and co-producer, you all have been amazing. And listen, until we meet or speak, hug yourself for me and know that the best is yet to come.